Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Rati here. So guys, I'm back with a book review again, and I'm going to review another book by the author Ajay K. Pandey. I'd recently reviewed An Unexpected Gift by Ajay K. Pandey, and today I'm going to talk about You Are the Best Wife by the same author. You're the Best Wife is his most popular work, and I think his first book, which was written in 2015. It's a true love story based on the real life story of Ajay and his wife Bhavna. In fact, I've been seeing a lot of his interviews, ever since I read the book. And in the interviews, I got to know that, even the name of the city in which he studied, the name of the engineering college, everything is literally taken from his own life in the book. So all the facts are, it's not just based on his real life story, but a lot of facts, have been taken as it is in the book, and they correspond with the real life love story of the author Ajay K. Pandey and his wife, Bhavna. Now, talking about the story itself, it's not so much about the plot as it is about the journey, the journey of finding love. It's a beautiful love story. The plot is kind of predictable because the plot is literally about two soulmates meeting in college, and overcoming all societal obstacles in getting married, becoming husband and wife, and then finally one of the soulmates loses her life. Bhavna loses her life and Ajay loses Bhavna. So it's a pretty sad love story, something which kind of leaves you with a sad longing, and it's an emotionally very stirring love story. So the beginning of the book tells you all about how Ajay and Bhavna met. It's the typical setup of an engineering college, two teenagers meeting in an engineering college, falling in love, and it's that very sweet sweet Indian middle class kind of urban India kind of love story. Especially people living in small towns and cities of India, would totally relate to this kind of love story. The guy is following the girl, and he's literally looking for excuses and bahanas to stay close to the girl. Ajay joins the same coaching classes as Bhavna so that he could get to know her, because in small town India, when the story was written, you couldn't literally hang out with girls publicly. It would be thought of as scandalous, and her parents wouldn't like. So he comes up with one excuse or the other to kind of get to know Bhavna. So that's how their love story blossoms, and eventually she kind of accepts his proposal, and then all the Bollywood drama begins because their families are vehemently opposed to their marriage, especially the guy's family, because both of them belong to different castes. And then the story propels forward that how they overcome, all these difficulties, and how they convince their families, and finally they end up getting married. So till this point, the story is, very jovial, very dreamlike, very fairy tale like. Then this dreamlike love story is all of a sudden punctured when, Bhavna is in the grips of a major illness, and she finds herself in the ICU. All of a sudden, their life, takes a topsy-turvy turn, and Bhavna is literally breathing her last moments in the ICU, and she is soon going to die, and she passes away. So it's it's towards the end of the book that this climax happens, and it literally it just doesn't. It not only leaves the protagonist Ajay disturbed and all their friends and family members, but as a reader it leaves you also as very disturbed, because it's very emotionally stirring. The sudden turn in the story, and even though that it's predictable and she is going to die, but somewhere in the back of your head you are hoping against hope that this guy doesn't lose his beautiful soulmate. Such is the power of this story. The strange thing is that even though it's the love story of a man and a woman, a romantic love story, and Bhavna is his wife, but those moments when she is in the ICU, and the kind of pain and love and those conflicting emotions which are shown in those moments, those emotions are very universal. So any loved one you have lost, the pain of losing any loved one, you can relate those moments to that loss. And when you're reading this book, those ICU moments, it can trigger off a lot of memories in that context, and it can be a cathartic experience for you. If I'm talking about myself, for example, especially when I was reading those that ICU bit, how she is struggling to breathe in the ICU and she's covered in blood, I was literally reminded how I lost my own mother how I lost my own mother a couple of years back when she landed in the ICU all of a sudden, and within just a matter of 2-3 months we lost her. She was diagnosed with an extreme lung disease all of a sudden, which is very rare and which has no cure. So the hard part was, sort of seeing her die every day without us telling her, without us, like sort of giving her the impression that there's something extremely wrong with her. She was till the last moment under the impression that she's going to get cured and get reunited with her family very soon. So the book, when I was reading those ICU portions, it literally moved me to tears, and I recalled this traumatic experience of losing my own mother. So the point I was trying to convey is that it's very cathartic, and the emotions of losing somebody, whether it's a wife, mother, sister, whoever, or husband, wife, mother, sister, these are very universal emotions which Ajay K conveys very aptly in his book. He has also remarked in his interviews, that he's not really a professional writer. It's his first book, and he was prompted to write this book only because of the loss of his beloved wife, Bhavna, and that kind of turned his life upside down. And the only way he could sort of negotiate with his loss is by converting it into this book so that he would come to terms with his own loss. It was like a cathartic experience for him as well. And you can make it out by reading the book, he's not a professional, he doesn't come across as a professional writer. There's no cleverness in writing, he's not trying to be clever, he's not trying to twist the plot, he's not trying to offer you something new, he's not even trying to be experimental and unconventional. He's just telling you a very heartfelt story, and that's why the emotions of that story come forth through very vividly, And books like these cannot be written again and again. It's only one story, one book which he has written based on this true incident, and that's why the book comes across as, so authentic. And it really touches the core of your heart. Now, before I wrap up, just one last thing I wanted to mention about You Are My Last Wife is, the dynamics of love story between Ajay and Bhavna, especially when they're teenagers and then college sort of romance is portrayed. It's a very unconventional love story in the sense that, it's not really that typical handsome boy meets beautiful girl kind of a love story. The kind of love stories we mostly see these days, where it's just about physical attraction and sexual desire. It's a very different kind of a love story. Ajay is attracted to Bhavna's personality in a very wholesome way, without even realizing it. They're teenagers, obviously, so they're not intellectualizing what they're getting attracted to, but he is, from the moment she recites a poem in the fresher competition, to the way she talks, to how intelligent she is, to her integrity and decency, her sense of decorum, to the way her nose cringes, everything about Bhavna attracts Ajay. So, it's not that it's not that typical sexual objectification of woman thing. It's a very kind of heartfelt and very innocent kind of a love where two individuals are relating to each other as people and taking each other as they are, and it's not sort of, that physical desire, that objectification angle is just not there. So, it reminds you of the sweet times. It kind of reminds me of, the 90s when things were so simple and, when people would fall in love and, the next logical step would be marriage, when love was still idealistic and love for people as a couple meant marriage, as opposed to today's times, when everything has been made so complicated. People are having multiple flings and they just want to experiment and this and that. So this book, You're the Best Wife, then for me it's like a breath of fresh air, and it reminds you that true love is still worth aspiring for. True love is still pure and beautiful. So I would certainly recommend you to read this book. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.